Good morning, passport holders. Today, March 15th, 2017, day 866 of the vlogs. And today is off to a flying start. I think all things said and done, I've done 7 videos back to clients, including 5 of them to VaynerMedia guys. It's been a crazy start to the day, and quite frankly, it's been fun. I'm in a really good spot where it's just as things come in, they go back out, and especially with the caption clipping tool that I wrote last year with the help of the outsourced developers. We're just in this great spot where I can turn and burn on a lot of this content, and so now that we're all kind of getting into this rhythm again, it's simultaneously fun for me, but it's hard for me because I would love to have had the last hour and a half where I returned 6 of those videos. Thankfully that fan just shut off. Returned 6 of those videos in order to not have to do that work, and secondarily to have had that time for documentation and screen caps and whatnot. So I think we're good though. At this point, I think that the VaynerMedia guys are going to settle in. I've got a phone call with one of the newest members of the VaynerMedia video editing squad here in I want to say an hour. It's just a short 10-minute phone call, nothing major. Just trying to get to know one another real briefly and pass along some words of advice. Because I've been in Gary's ecosystem for a long time. I've been working with these guys in that in particular function and role in the closed captioning bit for over a year now. So just trying to give her any little heads up or tip that might help her get assimilated into the team and understanding how things go quickly. So that is it, and I'm going to go out there and have a tremendous Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. As we get closer and closer to this weekend, I think that things are going to get really interesting. And in all likelihood, you guys are going to meet Carlin on Friday. So stick around for that. That should be fun. Hope you guys are having a great start to your day, though. Let's get this one started.
All right, guys, it's just about noon. Finished up my call with the newest member of the VaynerMedia video team, and super sweet, and really asking the right kinds of questions in order to ultimately be successful at the company. Happy to give her some insight, a couple of names of people that she should be speaking with, about kind of how to maximize her experience at the company in the early days. And so I really, really enjoyed doing those kinds of calls. Especially with the VaynerMedia crew, because I have so much history there with them. Also looking forward to potentially seeing them on the back end of my main trip, which I still have to buy a plane ticket for, but I'm not too worried about it. So at this point, I am heading back to my place. Looking like I'm going to be there for about 29 hours unless I get all of my work done, which I just don't think is going to happen. As much as I've got like a couple of hours this afternoon, that are going to be completely open and free, I'm scared of kind of what's going to happen over the next couple of hours with new content coming in. So I'd much rather sit here and just kind of go in with the mindset of I'm not coming back to cars tonight. I'll get back here tomorrow evening, because she actually decided to schedule a pair of massages for us in order to clear the last of her credits, because she was canceling her account at this place and before she moves. And so that's kind of the bit, is that she didn't want to carry that over. And so yeah, we're going to use those on Thursday evening, and then I suspect that we're just going to kind of have a chill night at her place, leading into what is going to be a very crazy Friday, which could include meeting up with her cousins at Four Peaks before 7 a.m. So, as we know, I'm not a morning person. We're going to see about that. She's not feeling super positive on it because of the way that she's been going, but if we come back and we just go to sleep after massages, which are early in the evening, then it's a real possibility that we could be waking up at 5:30, 6 o'clock just fine. So, gonna go eat some lunch and then get back on that grind.
Alright guys, this is you on the new Smove that just got delivered to my place actually yesterday. Obviously I can't mount the moment lens on it. It's like all other stabilizers for cell phones. It just doesn't have a strong enough motor, and I can't get the counterbalance right on the phone itself, which is really disappointing. I wish I could find some way to put something inside the lightning port in order to be able to create that stability. But as you can see, a lot of the shaky cam that we're used to with me hand holding it won't be there, but of course we will be a lot closer because of the lack of a wide angle lens. So definitely a little disappointing, but at the end of the day, It's more importantly, it's a gimbal and a power bank, which is massive for me for this weekend. I don't know how much I'll use the gimbal portion of it. I may use the power bank quite a bit, because, yeah, I mean, these are going to be long days out and, events and stuff like that. So having this as a phone charger is almost more important. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, and this is the Smove app itself as well. Not sure if it's going to be saving to my camera roll, if it's going to be shooting 4K, but this is something for me to review. Alright guys, coming up on 6:45, and all things said and done, 14 files have gone back to clients at this point. I'm getting ready to send off my 15th, which is Clintus's, because that came back as I was trying to call my dad, because I haven't spoken with him in a couple weeks. So I tried to call him, fortunately got his answering machine, and so I ran the line leveler and watched a YouTube video, which was cool. Additionally, it is worth noting that the beard after 10 months is gonna go. I've got to keep it through St. Patrick's Day, and I'll probably keep it through Saturday as well. But Sunday, it's looking highly likely that I will at some point get back here in order to shave it all off. It's been 10 months since I was clean shaven, and quite frankly, I just kind of feel like it's time for a change. So that's why it's getting super long and gnarly. I've been trying to trim the underside, but everything else I've been letting just kind of go, just to make things easy for me for now. So those are the two big news pieces. Additionally, this afternoon I've finalized 3 of the 7 sections for the documentation for the VaynerMedia guys that I was supposed to hand off on the first of the month. Now targeting to try and get done before early part of next week. Ideally done tomorrow. And so with that all done, it's kind of in a much better spot for me to kind of like hand stuff over and be like, Friday, you guys try it, figure it out. And so we'll see kind of how that all goes. But I have high suspicions that I'm going to end up working at some point on Friday, which is going to be tough because I'm going to be out with Carlin all day. And I'm going to be out with her all day Saturday, too, for a music festival. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like will it really matter if I miss on today, getting all the documentation done tomorrow, getting all the screenshots done, and the screen shares done? The answer is probably not really, because I'm not going to be able to really turn over all responsibility until Monday anyways. So that's kind of where things are at with what's going on. I hate technical writing. Like, I know that I produce good documents though, and that's like one of those weird things where it's like, it's something that I'm really good at, but I really hate doing. It was something that was a part of my career when I was at GoDaddy in the earliest stages of my career. They asked me to document a bunch of code that I had written, and then feature design the next version of that for the actual coders to do. It's because I was kind of like a shadow coder. I was a pirate ship on my own, doing my own code in order to get us tracking data. And so kind of one of those things where I write good documents, and I know I write pretty well. And so I'm able to sit there and be able to create stuff that people can very quickly understand. That stated, I absolutely hate doing it, and it's like pulling teeth. So, I've been trading anything, right? YouTube video, or, actual work, or like, taking a snack, taking a walk, whatever, in order to try and get me just one more piece. So I've got 3 of them done. The last 2 are much shorter. The middle 2, the 2 that are next up, are long, because they're basically tool descriptions and instructions in order to have people understand what these things look like, how they work, all that good fun. So my hope is that I can finish that at some point tonight or tomorrow morning. Obviously, then I gotta do screenshots and then screen shares in order to explain how all these things work in both visual and video form. And then, tomorrow evening I've got kind of the kickoff of the big weekend that I've got with Carlin, so I'm excited about it. Alright guys, it is currently 11:40 at night, 23:40, and I am halfway through the process of DailyVee 186, which did end up coming out. It was fully produced. D-Rock got his butt over to San Francisco from Chicago. So 20-minute episode, fully transcribed, speaker identified, song identified, off-screen sound identified, all that's done. Now we get into the formatting, timing, and final review stages. And because the auto timer features the algorithm that is part of a program that I use in addition to my additional coding on top of it, there's zero chance that it works tonight. And the reason for that is that both songs that are used as kind of ducking audio, or audio that is ducked and then played through kind of the non-speaking parts, is completely word heavy to the point where you can actually understand all the words. It's not like there's any kind of like slurring or melody. Like, it's just a straight clean rap in both songs, and it's going to make it impossible for the timing. That's a really big bummer for me because I want to be in bed by midnight. I'm still thinking about going to bed at midnight, doing what I can here, and then just kind of saying, okay, we're done. So, yeah, really kind of frustrating. I wanted to finish the documentation, final bits and pieces, and it's not going to happen. I wanted to clear the board. That's in question right now. So I'm going to end the vlog here, though, to make life easy, because my phone is dying and I don't have a charger out here, and I don't want to walk back and forth 8 times in order to pick up a camera. And I'm not sure how far I'm going to work into the night. I know I have a huge weekend this weekend, starting Friday. And so I really, really need to get some sleep. So we'll see kind of how all this plays out, but I'm thinking that this may not get done, and I'll feel really bad about it, and I don't want to end on that sour note in the vlog. So thank you so much for your time and your attention. A couple new comments, a couple new subscribers. Thank you so much. It is incredible to me that, this stuff has gotten pretty monotonous of me working my business and grinding and growing and trying to figure it all out. We're getting to the better side of this, I think, with me not being responsible for shorties and ASAP calls and all this and that any longer for the VaynerMedia guys. And in addition, the split and recombine process that we formalized last month has worked consistently this month, making my life significantly easier, where I'm not sitting there and transcribing an hour-long keynote for 3 days. Like, it's not going to happen ever again. So the pieces are falling in place, but I still have to do the work. And yeah, like, it is what it is. But remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.